Hello everybody! I wanted to use the talking emote because I just thought it'd be fun. Welcome back to the gaming garden. I am so excited to be back with you guys today because we are going to be—
oh my gosh, I forgot how to play.
We're going to be spending some time with some nostalgia here today in Endless Ocean. Okay, let me do a real intro. I hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. Today we are going to be reading your Endless Ocean nostalgic stories. So I asked you guys quite a bit ago, unfortunately, I'm so sorry this is so late, but I asked you guys a bit ago what your Endless Ocean nostalgia stories were, and I just wanted you to share a little bit about things you remember about the game growing up or, you know, years back. And I'm so excited. So we're gonna hop right in and I cannot wait to hear your stories. This is a new map that I literally just loaded. I have no idea what's here besides this coral reef here. So, but let's hop back. Or no, let's I don't even know how to make a video. Let's get into the video. So when the game first came out, we all did lots of group dives together, and that was literally such a fun experience. I had so much fun. Like, ugh, that's the takeaway for me. I also did an Endless Ocean Luminous review video, 100% honest, which, oh my gosh, a whale. Hi guys, wait, there's a whale, but I want to see you too. Oh, you're pretty. Oh, it's a little baby. As we watch this beautiful humpback whale calf, I will read the first bit of nostalgia today. This is from Kraken or Splatfest Studios. It says, let's see, when I was younger and played Endless Ocean 1, I remember being so scared of the hydrothermal vents when they were there at daytime, and also I was scared of Deep Valley because of the music and how dark it was, but nowadays I can just vibe in that kind of atmosphere. But I will not lie, it is funny to look back on. Oh my gosh, the vents in Endless Ocean scared me so bad in the Abyss because I was always like literally holding my breath in the Abyss, just trying to get to the bottom, and then all of a sudden the vents are like blowing up, like it looked like fire, like beneath the sea. Like I was so scared, but I kind of feel like now you just kind of vibe there. But back in the day, I still get scared sometimes, so you're definitely braver than I am to vibe down there in the deepest depths of Endless Ocean. But I feel like the Abyss now is just really fascinating, and it was always fascinating, but in an absolutely terrified sort of way. But that's so sweet. I'm so glad your fears, something that was once fearful for you, could become a place to just kind of chill and enjoy the beautiful map that is Endless Ocean. Right, next one is from Franco or Dialga Diamond. He says, I remember first playing Endless Ocean Dive Discover Dream. I wanted to find one of the large whales found in Manoa Lai, but I never found one. Until after a few more plays, I finally encountered one of them. If I remember right, it might have been either the humpback or the North Atlantic right. I was so excited and kept petting it, and I might have accidentally grabbed on, which that only made me even more excited to ride on such beloved animals. That is so sweet. Okay, I have so many nostalgic memories with the whales in this game, like spending hours and hours and hours just like with the whales. Like it was so much fun. Oh, what's going on down here? It was so much fun, and like I didn't need any other like anything else to like engage my attention. Like I just loved to spend time with the whales. And oh, hi. Hello. You're pretty. But yeah, that is so sweet. That literally makes my heart feel so warm because I remember like in Dive Discover, I forgot how literally so many animals just appear out of thin air or out of the blue, if I may. Did I get this is a humpback. Hello. Speaking of whales, yeah, honestly, all the experiences I've had with the whales in Endless Ocean were incredible because in Dive Discover Dream and Blue World, they only made the whales appear at very specific places, so it was always like so breathtaking. Oh, I just loved it. That is so sweet. All right, next one says, I remember my dad and I had trouble scanning Thanatos in Blue World, and he thought we had to get the shark suit to get close enough to him. Dad was so impressed when I found out through a YouTube video that you can scan Thanatos after he hits you. That was always a conundrum. I was like, how do I get this guy in the encyclopedia? Which is so funny because that's what we think about in Endless Ocean. Like, in real life, if I saw Thanatos, I'd be curious, but like, in the moment, I'd be like, literally help me escape. But now we're just like, once he attacks us, then we can get him in the encyclopedia. But I remember asking my parents all the time to help me with that game. I asked them to help me get to the ghost ship because I was so scared, and they were there for me. They helped me, but I don't remember exactly what happened when I got in. I think I got in another day because we couldn't figure it out. But oh my gosh, our parents were real ones for helping us with our marine biology dreams in Endless Ocean. I'm just gonna chill here while I read the next one with this whale shark in the background. Next one is from Coral Star. It says, one of the funniest memories I have of playing Endless Ocean was one Sunday morning. I really wanted to show my big brother to the new area I had discovered, which was the Abyss. I found a tunnel I hadn't noticed before and decided I would be adventurous and swim through. My brother started joking, saying stuff like, what if there's a monster in this cave, and things like that just to scare me. Needless to say, I rounded the corner and swam headfirst into a goblin shark, and we both screamed. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. That is so funny. That is such an Endless Ocean memory. I relate to that. There were so many times where that happened to me. Like, well, first of all, when you said a Sunday morning on Endless Ocean, I felt the biggest wave of nostalgia because I feel like Sunday mornings, like, I have so many nostalgic memories with like a nice Sunday morning before church. I'm like, how much Endless Ocean time can I get in? And like, it was so precious. Like, literally my first thought in the morning was like, oh, let me go play Endless Ocean. I remember before a dentist appointment, I had like a phobia of the dentist, but I was like, let me play Endless Ocean before I go. And like, oh, just so many times spent like playing Endless Ocean in the early mornings. So I don't know, the Sunday morning just really felt nostalgic to me. But that tunnel, I never trust a tunnel in Endless Ocean games now because I just feel like a shark is gonna pop out of nowhere. But that's so funny that you were with your brother. Like, that is a core memory right there. Especially because he said there's gonna be a monster. It's like, well, sharks aren't monsters, but they can definitely frighten you a little bit. Alright, let's do the salute while I read this next one. There's sharks everywhere. Next one says, this game was my entire childhood. I studied every fish, every location. I played it every time... Okay, sorry. I played it every time I was visiting my dad's house for as long as I could in a household of 5 kids. When I turned 18, the courts allowed the child to choose where they live, so I chose to live with my mom. We had a Wii at both households, so I asked my dad if I could take the game. He said no, so I slipped it in my bag anyways, and it's been mine ever since. He still doesn't know I have it, so if you're somehow seeing this, Dad, sorry, not sorry. Oh my gosh. This is like Endless Ocean confessions. Oh my gosh. If your dad found out you have the game through my video, I'm a little speechless right now. That's so funny. Well, I mean, part of me is glad that you have Endless Ocean because I would be sad if you didn't. But that is wild. That's kind of impressive. Wow. Wow. I feel like that's something Oceana would do. Like, you and Oceana gotta be best buds. Alright, this one is from Primal Dragon. One of my most memorable moments playing Endless Ocean Blue World comes from the time when I first discovered the white whale, Leviathan. I remember my first time diving into the Zahab region as part of the story to reach the depths of the twin crevices. I started out diving into the location marked on the map as stated. If I had known it was easier to start out at the other one given to me, I would have, because the initial spot marked as the twin crevices had me start out facing the opposite direction of where I was supposed to go. At least Coral Valley would have led me straight towards it. Instead, the deeper area I found initially was the super drop-off, which I thought was the edge of one of the crevices. I was so unnerved to progress at first, given how much Deep Valley gave me so much anxiety later on, especially when the humpback whale came out of nowhere and scared the pants off of me. I spent a few good minutes just gazing into the depths, too unsettled to move, until I spotted a huge shape moving in the distance below. Oh snap. This is like, I feel like I'm reading a novel. This is amazing. I felt it would ease my tension if I went up to it to see what it was. And lo and behold, it was a big old sperm whale, seemingly diving into the depths. I decided to ride on it to see if it would take me down like the one in the first game. I was then taken by surprise when I focused on it and learned that it was actually a legendary creature. One that had a name I had heard once before. I had not expected to run into such a beast, especially since legendary creatures were not a commonality in the first game. This basking shark's like, what? He's engaged. Mostly every other one in Blue World had some form of build-up or cutscene introducing it. I rode for a bit and it took me throughout its entire route. When I saw that we were getting nowhere with my real objective, I left it behind and headed in the right direction where the crevices were located. Now I read in the description that there was supposed to be a gray whale in the area. It's supposed to be gray whales in the area. I was a little on edge waiting for them to emerge from the deep blue. When I arrived at the proper location, I was greeted with the cutscene that revealed them and all in the area. I then looked up to see a pod of 4 gliding above me like a fleet of zeppelins. I was then treated to their biological cutscene and swam with them for a bit before entering the abyss. I named them all Grayson, Storm, Thunder, and Lightning. That is a precious dive. Oh my gosh. That is so precious. That's cool, like, the fact that you stumbled upon the Leviathan, like, not thinking it was a legendary creature is so cool. You're like, oh, look at this guy. Oh, he's so cute. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna ride on this little guy and enjoy my time. You're like, oh wait, that's a legendary creature. Oh my gosh, that is such a precious story, and you wrote that out so well. Like, I can just feel, oh, this looks like Tom Riddle's diary from Harry Potter. I'm gonna see if I write in it, if it responds to me. But anyways, that is so precious. That, like, all the whales in one area, that area has always been so, like, it just takes your breath away. And it's just a video game, but, like, my goodness, the music, the graphics, the way they even, like, anticipate all the animals showing up. It is just so well done. I forgot how to open my map. Guys, how do I open my map? Oh wait, X. It's literally right in front of my face. Oh my goodness. That's fine. So what? Oh my gosh, this is a ginormous map. Oh look! Oh my goodness. Here is our last nostalgic story of the video as I swim amongst this kelp forest. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it is so pretty. Wow. It says, Blue World in general gives me nostalgia, but the highlights have to be the repeat visits to Nineball Island and fleshing it out with decorations as I progress through the main story, and visiting Valka Castle for the first time really blew me away. Absolutely. 110%. It's all those little details about the game that genuinely, like, just literally warms my heart so much. Oh my gosh, what is this? Guys, I love your stories so much. Diving in Luminous, like, and listening to your nostalgic stories, like, from the other games that just made our childhood so spectacular. I just want a mystery board. Oh my gosh, it's just precious. And I agree, those are quite the highlights. Like, Nineball Island, decorating it, Valka Castle, like, oh my gosh. And there's a ocean sunfish. It's all so endearing. Like, and it still blows me away. It still brings me to tears. Every time, like, if I go live with you guys, it's over. I'm always gonna be crying. Well, hello, are you a tiger? No, I don't think you're a butterfly fish. I mean you. Yes, the tiger sharks look awesome. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for sending in your... Oh my gosh. He's like, thank you as well. Thank you guys so much for sending in your Endless Ocean nostalgia. Feel free to keep the conversation going in the comments because I just love it. I love talking about this game, and I want to carry it on for as long as we can and just be an Endless Ocean community that still adores and talks about these amazing games together. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You all are awesome, and I will see you somewhere else in the sea. I am sure of it. All right. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I will see you next time.